Hey guys, just wanted to kind of do a little video here on kind of purpose, and maybe for those of you guys who are feeling a little lost sometimes and you really don't quite know, maybe sometimes you're at very high highs and you're doing very well in your life, whether it's professionally or as academically or just whatever, right? And then at the same time, in about a week later, all of a sudden you're just down to your lowest lows. And for those of you, what I mean is, it seems like you don't have any control of your life, and that things will be going very well for a little bit, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they shoot down to the bottom. And maybe you're experiencing this right now in your life, and maybe you feel like you don't have control in your life and how to maintain like an upward cycle in your personality, in your attitude, in your career, and you feel like you're just losing control of it. Because I go through that quite a bit actually, and I've kind of started to notice a pattern now. Whenever I'm having very high highs and things are going very well for me, there's certain things that I'm doing, right? Certain habits that I'm forming in my life, and then likewise on the counter side of that, when things start to go very bad and hit bottom very quickly, I've also started to notice a few things that are happening, or that are not happening, I should say. And so that's what I really want to share with you guys really quickly. So firstly, I think a lot of it, I get a lot of young people, people that just message me my age or a little younger, maybe 18, 19. And, they tell me, hey, I'm having a rough patch. I'm having depression. And, the first thing I always ask these individuals is, are you in control of anything? Right? And what do I mean by that? What I mean by are you in control is, in order for you to feel like you have a purpose in your life, and that's really what it's about. When people feel lost, when they feel depressed, when they don't really know what's going on in their life and why things are going badly for them, it's because they don't have a purpose. Okay? And if you don't have a purpose, you'll be subject to being very critical of yourself. Okay? And you'll start to look around, right? You'll start to look around at what other people have and what you don't have, and you'll start to compare yourself, right? And then you'll think that, and then you'll start to get all these disbeliefs and these self-doubts about yourself and what you're capable of, and it's just not true. All you're missing is just something that you can control, whether it's a job, whether it's an activity, a hobby, something for you to measure and control. All right? So if you don't have something that you're measuring and controlling, how are you going to know what you're doing? How are you going to be able to track, your small wins and your little victories? You're not going to be able to, look at yourself and say, oh man, I accomplished this or I accomplished that, because you don't have any sense of direction of where you're going, and you have nothing to measure against. So what I've noticed is, whenever things are going pretty well for me, I have a mission, right? I know where I'm going and why I'm going, whether that's a work-related thing or something else, right? A project, a side project. Maybe it's painting, right? Maybe it's getting really good at video editing, or whatever your little side thing is that you want to do. You need to have something, right? You need to be working. If you're not working, you don't have a purpose. You're not in control of anything, and you can't measure yourself against other people, right? Not to say that you need to be looking at other people, but what I mean is, when you don't have your own thing that you can measure, you don't really know your own worth, because you can't track your progress in any direction. And for me, when things are going very badly for me, I don't have anything going on. I'm not working for a reason. I've lost my purpose. And you could have, for instance, whether it's professionally, it's in a certain work field. You might have a goal to get a promotion, right? And then all you have to do is control your department in that office and what you do, your chain. And as long as you can control that and measure it and look back a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and say, oh, that's where I was, and now this is where I'm at, and this is all I've accomplished in between. Right? You can at least track those wins. There's going to be losses, by the way, guys, so don't expect that it's all going to be, fun and it's all going to be easy. There's still going to be losses that you're going to have to face. But at least you can see the wins and you're not just highlighting losses, right? So when you don't have something to control and measure, you don't have a purpose. And when you don't have a purpose, you get lost. And when you get lost, then you become subject to looking around at what everyone else got and what you don't have. And then that's when you fall into depression. All right, so for those of you guys that are in depression, all you need to do is, number one, find something that you can control and measure, right? It doesn't have to be a job. It could be a job. Job is a good way to start. It could also just be a hobby, right? So find that and start tracking yourself, right? Get some little, accumulate wins. Wins keep you going. Wins keep you fed, right? Little small victories. Start tracking that, right? And that way you're not just looking at the negative things. And as you start tracking that, you'll find a purpose in that vehicle. And then that'll keep you going so that you can do something, so that you can stay motivated, as they say. So hope that finds you guys well. Make sure you guys get out and do some walking too. Clara, say hi.
Who am I saying hi to?
Anybody you want. Clara's in an emo. Clara's emo right now. She needs to find something to control and measure.
I want to say hi to my mom.
And she needs to find her purpose. But we like to get out here and we like to walk, guys, because walking, we have found, has been able to allow us to kind of bring things into reality. And just get back to the fundamentals. So you guys got it. You can do anything you want. You're not depressed. You're not lost. You just need to find something that you can measure and control and find purpose in. And then once you're able to do that, you can start winning. And then once you start winning, then you can move on to something else and build your life. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.